Hi, I am King Tut. I was born in 1343 BC and died in 1325 BC in ancient Egypt. I was born a prince. My father was the king and ruler of ancient Egypt. My father died when I was only 7 and I became king. I really did not need to do anything because I had special treatment and guards had to watch me all the time. Some of my hobbies were to play board games, play music, and writing. I was only king for 10 years, and then I died. Those are some facts about me. Let's see what Jesus has to say. Bye, I gotta go and roll Egypt.
Hi, my name is Jesus. I was born in 6-4 BC, and I was known as the Messiah. I was the Son of God, and I was a peaceful man. I was understanding of all people and wanted to preach the Word of God. I did this for about 26 years. I was hung on a cross for my teachings, and many people felt threatened by me. My Christians still follow my words and teachings today. Now let me introduce you to a very smart man named Ben Franklin. Peace be with you, my friends. Bye, Ben. Gotta go preach to my disciples.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Franklin. I was born in 1706. I started school when I was 8 years old, but then stopped going to school at age 10. I was an inventor. I invented the lightning rod and the rocking chair. One of the most important things that I did was sing the Declaration of Independence to help the American colonies become free. I died in 1790 when I was 84 years old. Now let me introduce you to my friend Johnny Appleseed. I gotta go fly a kite.
Hi, my name is Johnny Appleseed, but my real name is John Chapman. I was born on September 26, 1774. I was famous for planting apple seeds all over Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and other places in the United States. I planted my first apple orchard in Indiana and stayed there for 15 years, helping other pioneers plant trees and orchards. I was walking through a snowstorm in 1845 to check on some apple orchards when I got sick, and I died on March 18, 1845 at the age of 70 of pneumonia in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now let me introduce another woman who knows the land well, my friend Sacagawea.
Hi, John.
I need to go plant an apple tree.
Hi, my name is Sacagawea. I was born in 1789 or 1790 because the possible year is not known. I was a Native American in the Shoshone tribe. When I was about 14, a fur trader wanted me for his wife. We married. I then joined an expedition with Lewis and Clark, so they can discover new land. In 1812, I had a daughter, but a few days later, I died of fever. I was only 25 years old at the time. I will always be known for helping white people and Native Americans come together in peace. I even have a silver dollar in memory of me. Now let me introduce a man who explored the globe looking for chocolate, Mr. Hershey. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Sacagawea.
Gotta go for a hike.
Hi, my name is Milton Hershey. I was born in 1857 in Pennsylvania. I only went to school until I was 12 years old because I didn't like school much and wanted to work. At 19 years old, my dream job was to own a candy shop, and I opened it in 1903. There was one problem though. I was not a great businessman, and 16 years later, I had to close up my shop. In 1886, I opened another store in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and started experimenting with different kinds of caramel. It became so popular that I became one of the richest men in America. In 1898, I married a woman named Kitty, and we built the Hershey factory together. Eventually, I died on October 13, 1945. Now let me introduce you to a straight shooter and my friend Annie Oakley. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Milton.
I gotta go make some chocolate.
Hi, I'm Annie Oakley. I was born on August 13th, 1860. Here are some things about me and my family and my childhood. My real name was Phoebe Ann Moses.
I was poor when I was little, and I liked to go hunting with my father. Sadly, he died when I was 5 in 1866. My mother was a country nurse, and her wages were $1.25 a week, which was not nearly enough to feed the family. So I began to make traps to catch squirrels and other animals, which my father taught me how to make. By the time I was 10, I handled my father's rifle with ease. Okay, so I guess I should tell you why I'm famous. Well, it's because I was the first woman to shoot a gun professionally, and I was the best marksman back then, even among men. I married Frank Butler, who is also a marksman, and we joined the Buffalo Bills Wild West show. I died on November 3rd, 1926. Now, I would like you to meet the famous Harry Houdini, who could escape everything except for this biography. Hi, Harry. I've got to perform in a Wild West show.
Hi, I am Harry Houdini. I was born March 24th, 1874 in Budapest, Hungary, and died October 31st, 1926 on Halloween. I was very famous for something very exciting, escapes. I can escape anything. Straitjackets, jail cells, handcuffs, chains, padlocked boxes, iron cages, the mirror cuffs, anything. I was poor as a boy, so one day I wrote a poem to get money for my mom. The poem said, "Christmas is coming, turkeys are fat, please drop a quarter in the messenger boy's hat." After that, I went home with the quarters in my hair. I asked my mom to shake me, and like magic, all the quarters came flying out of my hair. Then I got into magic. I practiced and practiced from a book, and finally opened a magic show. Anyways, I forgot to tell you, I died when someone punched me in the stomach and my appendix burst on accident. Now let me introduce you to my friend Albert Einstein.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, Albert. I gotta go attend a magic show.
Hi, my name is Albert Einstein. I am a famous scientist. I was born in 1879. When I was little, I didn't speak a word until I was 4 years old. I got expelled from high school just for asking too many questions. Weird, right? If you were a Nazi during this time, you would hate me. Because I'm Jewish and Nazis hate the Jews. I proved many theories like relativity and bending light. There is a famous equation I created. It is E equals mc squared. I loved to play the violin since I was little. I love music. I died from an illness in 1955. Now I would like to introduce a famous woman who has overcome many difficulties in her life as well. Her name is Helen Keller. Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Albert.
I gotta go write a science paper.
Oh, hello. My name is Helen Keller. I was born on June 27, 1880. When I was 2 years old, I became very sick and had a fever of 103. When my mom put her hand in front of me, I could not see it. I became blind. When it was time to eat supper, she called me for dinner, but I could not hear her. I became deaf. It was hard being blind and deaf at such a young age. I could not read and write until one day my mom and dad saw an article in the newspaper about her teacher who helps people who are blind and deaf. My parents went to her and asked if she could help me. She said yes. Her name was Annie Sullivan. She said she could teach me how to read and write in sign language and Braille. It helped me so much because in later years, I wrote books and met hundreds of people, some of who were famous. I met the president and many more people. I was famous for being one of the first girls who was blind and deaf and overcame her disability, and now who is able to read and write and live a normal life. I wrote over 28 books. On June 1st, 1968, I died of old age. Well, I need to go, but I think you would like my friend who seems to be cursed, Babe Ruth.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, babe. Well, I gotta go. Teach your kid.
Hello, my name is Babe Ruth. I was one of the only baseball players to ever play in the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. I was born on February 6, 1895. I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I started playing on the Red Sox in 1914. I got traded to the Yankees in 1919. 5 years later, the Red Sox were running out of money, so they traded me to the New York Yankees. Do you know the curse of the Bambino? That's me. They call me that because when the Red Sox traded me to the Yankees, they could not win the World Series anymore. Did you know that I was one of the top 5 players to ever be in the Hall of Fame for MLB? Also, my number for the Yankees is retired. That's number 3. Other players over the years have tried to copy how I hit. I died in 1949 on August 16 from cancer, but I always be known as the greatest ball player who ever lived. Now I'm going to introduce you to Walt Disney. See you at the ballpark. Hi, Walt. Oh, I gotta go to a ball game.
Hi, my name is Walter Elias Disney, but people call me Walt. I was born on December 5th, 1901 in Chicago, Illinois. In my early life as a child, I loved to make cartoons, drawings, and animations. I didn't know it yet, but someday a mouse named Mickey would make me very famous. In 1923, I opened a company with my brother Roy. We called it Walt Disney Studios. The first character I made was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, but some man I worked with stole my character and took it for himself. I then came up with an amazing character, Mortimer Mouse. My wife Lillian didn't like the name. She suggested Mickey Mouse, so that is what we called him. He became the mascot of Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I opened Disneyland on July 17, 1955 in California. My brother Roy opened Walt Disney World in Florida on October 1st, 1971. I died on December 15, 1966 in Burbank, California due to lung cancer. So I never saw the opening of Walt Disney World in Florida that Roy opened. Now, I could talk for hours because I love to chat, but I must be going. But before I do, let me introduce you to another very creative man, your very own Dr. Seuss. Hi, Walt. Hi, Seuss. Gotta go to Disney World.
Hi, I'm Peter Geisel, mostly known to the world as Dr. Seuss. I was born March 2nd, 1904. As a kid, I loved going to the zoo and going home and drawing weird animals on my wall. I got in huge trouble in college. I almost got kicked out. My punishment was not to write for the school newspaper, which I loved doing. So instead, I had to come up with a different name, Dr. Seuss. I was encouraged to write by my wife, Helen, when we met. I became a teacher, but really wanted to write children's books. After teaching for 2 years, I quit to finish the book and to think that I saw on Mulberry Street. After that, I began writing more books and became successful. I died on September 24th, 1991, but will always be remembered through my children's books and how I changed literature forever. Now let me introduce a friend who always hits it out of the park, Jackie Robinson.
Hi, Dr. Seuss.
Hi. Hi, Jackie. I have to go. Gotta go. My green eggs and ham are ready.
Hi, my name is Jackie Robinson. I was born in 1919 in Georgia and was the grandson of a slave and was the first African American to get drafted to Major League Baseball in 1947. I became the most valued player in 1947. That is only after 2 years of playing baseball. I only played baseball for 8 years. My number was 42. On every April 15th, the number 42 is celebrated by the National League by every player wearing the number 42 in honor of me being the first African American to play Major League Baseball. Unfortunately, I died at 53 years old of a heart attack 9 days after I threw a first pitch at the World Series. And let me introduce you to someone who can dance circles around me, ballerina named Maria Tolke. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Jackie.
I gotta go to a baseball game.
Hi, I'm Maria Talti. I was born January 24th, 1925. I am a Native American and a full-blooded August. When I was 2 years old, I started to do dance. I danced in many fairs as a child, especially Native American dancing. When I was 12, I met a woman who changed my life. Her name was Madame Nijinsky. She taught me how to do dance, ballet with style, grace, and precision. I was with her for 4 years, and she became my new ballet instructor. When I was about 15, Madame got me a part in a movie. 2 years later, I left for New York City and joined the Ballet Russie. I was the first Native American woman to be a prima ballerina in the United States. I performed a famous dance called Firebird for many years on stage. 20 years later, I retired from dancing since I was a bit too old for ballet. I wrote an autobiography in 1997 and received many awards for all my contributions to the arts. I died at the age of 88 in 2013. I am honored to introduce a girl for her bravery, Anne Frank. Hi, Maria. Hi, Anne. I gotta go dance. Hi, I'm Anne Frank. I was born in 1929 in Germany. I was first died in a secret annex in Amsterdam when I was 13 years old because Hitler was attacking Germany and killing Jewish people. I hid for 2 years with my family and another Jewish family, and I kept a diary of life of hiding when I was 15. I was caught hiding in the secret annex, and I was sent to concentration camp. It was horrible. Margaret, my sister, and me struggled to survive. I caught a deadly sickness called typhus. We both died March 1945. The only one that survived from my family was my father, Otto Frank. He found my diary. I always dreamed that my diary would become famous, and at least that dream came true. My diary is in the secret annex where I hid in all those years ago in Amsterdam. Now I'd like you to meet Jane Goodall. I hear she's good with chimpanzees. It was nice to have met you all. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Anne.
I gotta go greet my family.
Hi, my name is Jane Goodall, and I was born on April 3rd, 1934. When I was 1 year old, my dad took me to the San Diego Zoo. Ever since then, I started falling in love with other animals. Then when I was 26, I decided to go to Gambia, Africa to study chimpanzees and their habitats. I spent 50 years there and then went back to tell people how endangered they are, and I started a program called Take Care to help chimpanzees all over the world. I was the first person to find out so much about chimpanzees, like they also eat meat and make tools and have different feelings. The chimps also taught me things like sign language. I am 80 years old, still alive today, and am still going around the world telling people about chimps and how we can save them. Now, there is a king of music that I would like to introduce to you. His name is Elvis.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Elvis. I gotta go monkey around.
Hi, my name is Elvis Presley, and I was born on January 8th, 1935 in Temple, Mississippi. I was very poor when I was little, and I was born at my house. Did you know I had a twin brother? He died when he was coming out of my mom's belly. At age 11, I was a very talented singer, and my mom bought me a guitar. I brought it everywhere with me, even to school. As I grew up and played more places, most of the people did not listen to rhythms and blue music, but I did, and that helped me become a big star. My first song was That's All Right, Blue Moon of Kentucky. It was a rock and roll song. But when I was done singing, people started calling me the
the rock and roll king. I became unpopular for a while, which made me very sad. But then in 1 year I made a huge comeback and was a star on TV, radio, and the stage again. I took more pills and drugs, ate really bad things, and never exercised. On August 16, 1977, I was found dead in my home at Graceland. In the bathroom, I was only 42 years old. People would always say after my death, Elvis may have died, but the king will live on forever. I have to go now because I have a concert and Jesus is waiting to hear me sing You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. Now let me introduce you to my friend Bruce Lee.
Hey Elvis.
Hi Bruce.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Bruce Lee, and I was born on November 27, 1940. I lived in Hong Kong, San Francisco, California. I was known for being a master of martial arts as well as a well-known actor. When I was 13, I was so good at fighting that I opened 2 karate studios to teach others how to stick up for themselves. In 1966, I starred in the show The Green Hornet and also a movie with Batman and Robin. I died in 1973 because I had a bleed in my brain at the age of 32. Now let me introduce you to my friends who wrote the birthday song. Hi Beatles.
Hi, Bruce.
Okay, I'm gonna hit a punching bag now.
Hello, we are the Beatles, also known as the Fab Four. We were all born throughout the 1940s. The names of our band members are Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison. Our band played rock and roll music. People were wild about us. Our first #1 song in the United States was I Wanna Hold Your Hand. We weren't just singers, we were actors. Our first movie was A Hard Day's Night. In 1970, we decided to stop being the Beatles, but we each continued to make music throughout our lives. Unfortunately, John and George died, but Ringo and Paul are still living, alive, and making music to this day. And now let me introduce you to a woman who wrote the best story about a boy filled with magic in his mind, J.K. Rowling. Hi.
Hi.
I gotta go write a song.
Okay. Hi, my name is Joanne Kathleen Rowling, but people call me JK for short. I was born on July 31st in 1965 at the General Hospital in Gloucestershire, England. As a kid, I loved to write and draw. I thought that I could try to create a magical and extraordinary book for kids to read. I started writing on a train when I went to see my parents in my 20s. I started to dream about this boy named Harry Potter and his best friends Hermione and Ron. They were best friends and they go to a school called Hogwarts together. And the Harry Potter series was born. This series, including the movies, made over $15 billion, and it's still making money. I don't just keep all that money to myself, though. I know what it was like to not have a lot. As my children and I lived in a car when they were younger, so I donate some of the money at the end of the month to people in need. People thought that my books were bad for children because of the magic and fantasy, but many thought of them as great books that taught children the love of reading. I hope to write many more books for the years to come.
I really hope you enjoyed getting to know each of us. Hey guys and girls, let's all go
To the jungle.
For a hike.
To fly a kite.
to Hershey Park,
To a ballet.
To Egypt.
Let's go to Disney World.
to plant an apple seed,
To a library.
let's go to a ball game,
To a desk school. To a karate studio.
to science,
To church.
to a concert,
To the Wild West show.
to my secret annex,
To a magic show.
to Hogwarts.
See